The legal counsel for the former Prime Minister described the ruling as an extraordinary situation. Friday's decision means Dr. Kenny Anthony has the green light to pursue the case against the government over a cabinet conclusion granting tourism concessions for the health minister's Bonterre residence as part of Tuxedo Villas. That cabinet conclusion came after Dr. Keith Mondesi had already secured concessions for the property. Dr. Anthony's legal counsel, Anthony Astefan, welcomes Friday's ruling.
The judge held that that Dr. Anthony had raised an arguable case with realistic prospects of success at trial, and that he had standing. In fact, I think the judge was very clear that if Dr. Anthony did not have standing to take an action, which clearly is intended to protect the revenues of the Crown, who else could have standing to take such an action?
What was particularly pleasing to the Kenny Anthony team was the fact that they were able to refute previous claims that Dr. Mondesi was not at the cabinet meeting that approved concessions for his Bonterre property.
We were able to establish through the cabinet minutes that he was present, and then there was an attempt then to say that he was not present at the time of the decision, but I have since learned, and it's going to be of critical importance, that one of the ministers, brother ministers, a gentleman, Guy Joseph, I think is his name, was on Rick Wayne's television show, making the point that that minister was actually in cabinet, convincing his cabinet brothers and sisters, if they're women in the cabinet. If that is true, that's a very, very serious matter.
The Communications and Works Minister's statements can play to the hand of Dr. Kenny Anthony and his team. The former Prime Minister's legal team is planning to use Joseph as part of its argument.
He might be the star witness. If he can go on television and say all what it is that this minister did to convince them that Bonterre, which is some distance away from what I understand, from Gozile, from Rodney Bay, was part of it, maybe the minister can come and tell the judge on the 3rd of April, precisely what it is that minister said. The first hearing is next week, Friday, where we will make an application for disclosure of documents, orders for cross-examination, and then the date for trial has been set on the 3rd of April.
Astefan says he is very confident that justice will prevail in this case. He says he has participated in many cases across the Caribbean, but none could be compared to this one. Astefan says it will be an extraordinary day if the decision comes down in their favor. Clinton Reynolds, HTS News, Channel 4.